When being asked of how do I set up a pay plan for a Canvas manager, well, you have to think about it. Where are you at with canvassing right now? Because it's going to be based on, well, the staff size and how many people they're going to be managing and how much business they're going to be bringing in. But I would suggest to have a compensation model based, one, on salary, but also what the bonus or commission structure is going to be. So the salary is really going to be depending on whether they're working full-time or part-time or how much time they're going to be involved working. Usually suggest keeping the salary, especially at the beginning for an average size, if you have 1 to 2 crews of canvassers, maybe 10 to 12 canvassers. Usually keeping the salary on average would be equivalent to maybe $16 an hour, maybe 30 grand to 40 grand a year. But the bonus structure should be based on the purposes of what you want this Canvas manager to do for you. And that should be their incentive. Well, this is their department, so we want to not only produce results and getting in a bunch of leads for you, but they have to be quality leads that result into demonstrations. And so they're going to maximize their canvassing team to get that to perform. That's their job. That's the purpose of what you want to accomplish. So really what I would suggest is keep the structure, which would be based on what you allocated in budget-wise of what you're going to have in staffing levels for your canvassers, and then all your other ancillary expenses like van and gas and obviously the canvasser salary. And put that together on a monthly basis, and percentage-wise of the amount of leads that they've come in and that you've sold for that month, Canvas leads should be a percentage-wise, and make it tiered. And depending on how high of a level you want to go to, I would usually suggest 17-18% would be about the maximize of what all their expenses were to the amount of business they brought in via canvassing to bonus out. And then, obviously the lower they budget, they're going to be paid a higher percentage of the overall revenue to do that. But in addition to that, a nice second bonus I like to put together with that is doing it based on the number of leads that they have come in, but the percentage of leads that they brought in for that month to how many actually were issued and demoed. And give them a couple hundred bonus, and I would tier it based on the percentage. Industry average is between 40 and 50%, so I would definitely wouldn't have that percentage any lower than 40%, and then getting them to get hired at 50%, which is the purpose that you want them to achieve.
Chris receives countless questions like this one at his AskTheCanvasKing.com website. The two most common questions he gets are, how can we improve our canvassing results? And how many leads should a canvasser produce per shift? Unfortunately, neither of these questions can be answered in under a minute. If you've ever asked yourself either, then at the end of this video, I'll tell you about 2 resources Chris is making available that will answer these questions completely. Chris Thompson is the Canvas King. His 5-step canvassing program is the #1 door-to-door lead generating system being adopted by companies around the country right now. Companies who implement Chris's techniques are turning their results around virtually overnight with his system. They're seeing improvements in the quality and quantity of the leads their canvassers are generating. Leads are resulting in appointments, and appointments are converting to sales. Chris's system is the result of his 16-plus years experience developed from taking his own startup home improvement company to over $2 million in sales in the first 2 years, predominantly with leads generated from canvassing. Chris has a real passion for, even a sixth sense for canvassing. He's the only canvassing consultant who actually has his feet on the street in the neighborhoods, canvassing right alongside canvassers of private clients who bring him in to train their people. Today, Chris devotes 100% of his time exclusively to coaching companies on his canvassing system. With the change in the economy and people staying in their homes longer than ever before, the demand for home improvement products and services has grown exponentially. The success companies are experiencing with Chris's 5-step canvassing system is rooted on the foundation of some basic fundamentals. The fundamentals I speak of are the subject of 2 resources Chris is making available to you. The first is a video DVD titled The 5 Reasons Companies Fail Canvassing, and the second is a detailed report on understanding the numbers that make canvassers successful. You can discover more about these 2 resources and request them at the address shown here.